Hello. The class today will be on divide and conquer. But to be able to write code using divide and conquer approach, you need to be able to write recursive functions or programs. So the first few tasks today will get you on board on writing recursive functions. Okay. Basically, these three tasks we ask you to write recursive functions. The question is simple, like to do the multiplication and find the max in the list and find the sum of the list. So it should be pretty easy if you want to write them using for loop, or multiplication is like you just do the multiply, right? Yeah, the task is simple. You take two numbers and now put the multiplication of a and b, so you can write it in one line, right? So but that's not what we want you to do. Okay, we want you to write multiplication using only additions. So the idea is like multiply, you want to multiply a and b, right? So you want to write a function mul that takes a and b. But basically you can instead of just doing this, you're not allowed to do this. You can only use additions, and you can do the if, right? So let's go back to the definition of multiplications. So you want to do multiplication when you want to multiply a and b. The easiest case is when b is 0, right? So if b is 0, then you're done, right? So the multiplication would just be 0, right? But in the other case, what else can you do, right? You can do multiplication and subtraction. Okay, so if you want to multiply a by b, one way to look at it is like this is equal to we need to make progress. When you think about recursion, we need to make progress somehow. So we want to say reduce the value of b by 1. So maybe we can use this quantity, like this is a times b minus 1 plus 1, same thing, right? So and this is equal to a times b minus 1 plus a, right? So to do the multiplication of a and b, the idea is like you need to you need to do multiplication of a and b minus 1. Okay, so we sort of like reduce the problem into a smaller one. Instead of having b, we have b minus 1. And how are we going to do this? We're going to compute the multiplication using recursive. So we just recursively call mul, okay, on this, and then add a, so you can do the multiplication. Okay, I have provided you with the template. Okay, so basically this is the template for multiplication. So if b equals 0, you should return 0. That's pretty easy, right? Otherwise you make progress and recursively call mul. Okay, so you can take the main program and just implement mul. Okay, this should give you the template for multiplication. Okay, so the other task to get you on board with a recursive program is to do something with list. Okay, so I'll also provide you with the template of a list. Okay, the reason we need list node like this is that if you use STL, then you don't know what's inside the list, right? So this is a template for you. So this is struct list node. Okay, it reads the input for you, and then you need to compute first of all list sum. Okay, there are two tasks, list sum and list max. Try to do list sum first. Okay, so if you want, what is list sum? List sum is basically you want to do sum of the value in the list, right? When you work on this, list sum will be before list max. Okay, so the idea is like you have a list, and then you just output the sum. Okay, you don't need to read the input at all. The main program that I have provided in the template will do that for you. Okay, so the idea is like for list sum, basically if the list is empty, right? If the list is empty, empty list will look like this, right? Then you should return 0. Otherwise, what would you do? You have a linked list that look like this. Now, to do list sum, you need to think of this. You don't use for loop, okay? You are not allowed to use any for, while, anything like that. You're not allowed to do that. So what is the sum of the elements on the list? So the basic idea is like, so you take this value and then the rest of the list, right? After next, it's gonna be a list as well, right? So you can call recursive. You can recursively call list sum on this and then add x to get the sum. Okay. The other task is to do a list max. Okay, to find the max. The max will be a little bit harder, but shouldn't be that hard. Okay. So with the template that I provided, you need to implement just this function list sum. Okay, to get the next pointer, you use node next, right? If you want to get the value is at val, val. So if you need to get the value, so you use node next, right? So this gives you the pointer to this guy. Okay, pointer to this guy. So it's node next. If you want to get the value inside the node, this is called node val. The reason you need this, if you recall, because node is a pointer, right? It's point to this struct. If you want to get the value inside the struct, you need to basically write node, right, dot val. And in C and C++, you can do that with this notation. Okay. So with this, you should be able to do list sum and list max. Okay. The other task will be related mostly on binary search. I have another video clip for you, so you should watch that, and then there'll be more hints on the theory wiki that I would post the link to you as well. Okay. The hint will contain more problem than the problem set in the graders, but that should be fine. Okay. All right. Have fun. Good luck.